All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do root well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3, and Adawan Ratazah. This lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and Tawadiya Bashem Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash, for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, evil plots, ploys, and plans. And man, Tawadiya Bashem Shai, for giving me this title. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to go into each one of these words, plots, ploys, and plans, because this is the time that we are in. All right. We are, getting ready to enter Jacob's trouble, unbeknownst to the majority of masses of people that are around you. Okay. You are now seeing that you truly have been blessed. Okay. Because we've been given eyes to see and ears to hear. But on the everyday, walk and, intermingling and, just a typical Babylonian activities that we do. One thing that I noticed is everyone around us, it's business as usual. Okay. Which further makes me think about when Yahweh Shai, judgment is going to take these people by surprise. We can, see how Yahweh Shai's return, ultimately prophecy is going to take these people by surprise. But, one thing that I'm noticing is Esau, Edom, as we know, he's playing a major part when it pertains to, in particular, prophecies that we're waiting to come to pass, so it's a beautiful thing. All right. We're living in very beautiful times. And let me do this real quick. This dude right here, let me just make this mention. All right, let's go right here. Let's go like this and put this right here. Avoid this individual. Okay, whoever this is, Yarls, Judah, Israel, avoid this individual. Avoid this individual. Avoid this individual. All right, I don't know if you're a Jake. You better repent. All right, because we're in a time of a judgment, and now I'm banning you. All right. So let's get into this lesson, man. We're in very, very serious, sobering times. All right. And we're not to be taking this truth for light. All right. We're not to be carrying and conducting ourselves in any kind of folly, just simple ass way. And excuse me for continue without bringing a precept. So let me get right into it. Okay. This is, let's see, Psalms 37 and 12. Okay, it says, actually, let's just start at 1. I want to build this up real quick. All right, Psalms 37 and 1. It says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. So we are seeing how the benefits of staying single-minded, okay, single-eyed, all right, rather should I say, hey, Shalom, Zakwan, Yabash Mashai, Bashim Rakakwadash, Brakatah. I just made you a moderator. I just had to ban that Yarls individual. All right. So as we see scoffers in the last days, so all the signs are here. Okay. All the signs are here, man. And every day down is another day closer to the kingdom. And we are seeing the beautiful edification and exhortation from the scriptures, the precepts, and as well as the brotherhood, starting with the elders and apostles that are being inspired through the Rakak Wadash to exhort us to keep our eyes single, because everyone around us is trying to just find a way to continue, the balloon ride of Babylon. Well, as they do those balloon challenges, Babylon's balloon is about to get popped. So I want to go into this real quick. All right. I got a couple points to make. So I just wanted to build this up. Now I want to read this first. I'm going to use this as my foundation. Psalms 37 and 12, the wicked. Now, first thing you have to understand, who is the wicked that it's referring to? Now, the scriptures tell us in Job, the 9th chapter, that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So you have to understand, as we grow closer to the prophecy of Jacob's trouble, no day like it, these situations are playing out because of plots, ploys and plans, as we see here. The wicked plotteth. So let's just look real quick with this word plotteth. Oh, he's plottething. Looks like, let me see here. To have a thought, devise, plan. Okay, to have a thought, devise, or plan. And one thing they have is phases. Okay, now I'll make a joke. In the Simpsons movie, he had what is it? Simpsons movie phase. Let's put phase 1. Let me just try this real quick. Phase 1. Let's see what comes up. The Simpsons movie. I just want to give a visualization. Okay, so they don't have it. But you know, in the movie, when he was talking to the so-called president, he said, I was elected to lead, not to read. But in the movie, it just came to mind, so I'm sharing it with you. In the movie, he gave him like 3 or 4 choices of how the military would react to a situation. Okay, so that's a part of his plots. That's a part of his ploys. That's a part of his plans. Okay, so you have to understand that this is all taking place according to the Lord's will. But Esau, Edom, you know, he's the quarterback. All right, so the ball is in his hands right now. So what I want to do real quick, all right, and I've been keeping natural news and SHTF plan pretty much on the ready. Okay, I keep this tab and then I just kind of refresh it. I might go through that, scroll through it. You know, we're also in the time of the truth is against the ocean of lies. So the famine of the word is coming. So we are, being warned right now of multiple different situations that will surround ultimately prophecy. So that will be what? Scenarios, plans, plots, ploys. They're introducing, a list of cities in Babylon that want to partake in the investment of smart cities. But to do that, well, your city has to be going through in particular things, okay, for the advancement to become smart. So he's breaking down so he can build up, which real quick, Malachi comes to mind. So let me snag that because this is a part of Esau's plan too, because you have to understand, you truly have to wrap your head around prophecy with considering and understanding the mindset of the madman when it comes to what's going on, because he has the thought to continue forever. So within that thought, he is doing in particular things to establish himself. So we are watching his phases to lead to a new order for him to rule the world in. Okay, so there's things that he's doing. He's not looking at it like, why I got to build this? I'm just going to be destroyed anyways, go into slavery. He's not thinking like that, because I've had that thought, like, why are they building a new McDonald's? They're just this place going down. Why are they because they don't believe that they're going to go down. All right. So real quick, this is Malachi 1:4. Where Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Now, I came across this in particular quote. Some says that it is by Sun Tzu. Others say it's not. But as far as I have found, majority of the information regards this quote around Sun Tzu, and the Babylonian military prides itself off of the tactics known by this military warlord Sun Tzu. But check this out. An evil enemy will burn his own nation to the ground to rule over the ashes. Hence why you had the Renaissance and the Phoenix rising out of the ashes in a rebirth. Okay. So situations like LA, that is Esau's plan, plot, or ploy to rebuild himself. New me. That Jake, new me, new year, new me. Okay, well, where she thinks she got that from? Her daddy. Okay, and Esau. That's the mindset Esau's in. So what is his plan? We will return, cough, cough, push, push, and build this desolate places. But what majority of people don't know is he's the one that's also making it desolate. Now, ultimately, it's the Lord. Okay, but remember, plots, ploys, plans. Esau's the hammer. Esau's the sword. Okay, so the Lord uses him and then discards him. Okay, so it says, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Quote by Sun Tzu, an evil man will destroy his own nation and then just to rule the ashes. okay, to rule over the ashes. And we know ashes going into what? Rebirth. So he's trying to, reinvent himself. All right. Hence why it's called a new order for the world. All right. You know what I'm saying? It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build. Okay. So they're going to be allowed to get to a certain level. And that's when we're going to see his plots. That's when we're going to see his ploys. That's when we're going to see his plans, right? But then he's going to be in straits in the midst of this, but I will throw down. Okay. So you got to understand, for major prophecy to take place, there's necessary evil scenarios that are going to play out within that. Okay. Kind of like a precept to the prophecy. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has indignation forever. Now that I said that, we still got Psalms right here. I'm going to hold the quote by Sun Tzu. Now, I just want to go to this real quick. So I looked up plot. Now, if you look up plot, I used the Allen Iverson to answer for me. Plot has multiple meanings, including the structure of a story, a secret plan. Okay, so he has secret plans. This is why I also queued up Psalms 83, because I was, sitting here just thinking about this, wrapping my head around this. And one thing that came to my mind was the fact that you still have the crafty counsel in motion. Okay, the crafty counsel is not has not gone anywhere. In fact, it's actually advancing itself. It's growing larger. Okay, the crafty counsel is growing at a very vast number, because it has to, because he's getting ready for to execute his plots. Okay, his plots, his plans. So I'm just holding these here. All right, I got Isaiah 19. So just bear with me. All right, so let's go right here. Now let's go back. So a plot is a secret plan. Now, what's a part of his secret plan? Ultimately, he wants to what? Cut off us as a nation. Now, he's been allowed to do that, but then prophecy, all right, smacked back. And now in a place where we were told that we weren't the people, who told us that? Esau. Now, prophetically, we are being told we are the people. So now what's the next step? The next phase is to demonize you for now knowing who you are. Now, I was watching this video right here, very edifying videos, only 11 minutes. Straight to the point. I tried to make short lessons, but hey. But very good lesson. Now, one particular thing this brother mentioned was how not only we have to be on watch, but it's not going to be popular in the days to come, being on the street corner and identifying yourself as a Hebrew Israelite. So it just started making me think about how with everything going on, you got a lot of psyops, mental games, deception, cunning, all these craftiness, how easy it would be for Esau, Edom to use AI, Alan, to put our faces in something. And the majority of people, okay, I'm not saying this in a diss. I'm not saying this in an ill manner, but we are surrounded, okay, by the fool, like the NPCs have increased. Have you brothers noticed that? Like, remember there was look at this NPC, they're dancing in Target. Everybody's a fucking NPC now, okay? Everybody's just draws, dumb. They're just driving. They're not in tune with reality. Their motor skills are delayed. You'll be driving and it takes like 2 to 3 seconds before they accelerate, even though the light has turned green. So my point that I'm getting at is going to be so easy for these people to believe whatever he tells them, especially if he's using us as the boogeyman or the villain. Okay, so this is a quick thought that came to my mind pertaining to that, which I'll get some more precepts, but I want to just keep going. So plot means a secret plan, and he has many, but guess what we have? We have prophecy. Okay, we have prophecy. This is why Psalms 37 and 12, the wicked plotteth against the just. Who's the just? Israel, us. Okay, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth, and that's going to be the mogul media. This just in. All right, look at the Colvington Catholic, whatever was going on in DC. Okay, so you can see how a part of his plans will be the public demonization of us standing on the street corners. All right. I'm just want to push that vibration out there. All right. And then people are going to believe it. MAGA, which MAGA is actually a Latin word, goes into like witchcraft. So they're going to be, these people are going to have enchantments on them, and they're going to want to get rowdy. They're going to want to voice their hatred. Remember how Esau acted when Trump was running for president in 2016, and his whole spiel was the border. All right. And you see how Esau was acting, just the bottom barrel, average everyday Edomites. So imagine when Edom, okay, the elites start having their media machine start talking about us, and you get it. Okay. The DTs, domestic, you know. So let's keep going. I just want to get through this. Ploy. So I looked up Ploy. Check this out. I said, man, because I was just sitting here thinking of a title, and what came to my mind was plan, ploy, plot. Plan, ploy, plot. So ploy is a cunning plan or action designed to turn a situation to one's own advantage. Look at that. Okay. So he has plots, plans, and ploys that will pretty much point the finger at who he wants so he can advance in what he wants to do. All right. So going back, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. But guess what? Remember this. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. See? So this is why we got the Malachi up. Where we at? Okay. See, this is why the Lord's got our back. Okay. So we don't have to worry. All right. We are growing from the worrisome, negative Nancy mindset. Okay. So we are not in a time to be doubtful, fretful, faithless. Okay. We are in a time to be spiritually in God mode. And what I mean by that is truly immersing yourself in the trust that Yahweh Shemel Shai has us. Prophecy benefits us, and we are witnessing what the scriptures say is going to happen, but the Lord's also going to fight for us. So we have nothing to worry about, but being inspired as watchmen, we are going to blow that trumpet. We are going to point out the tactics, the plans, the ploys of the enemy. So when it does come in, now you can embrace that spirit of wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of my time. See, that's what it's all about, man. Okay. So all these precepts that we've been reading, I'm a young brother, but for all these years that we've been reading, you know, they're tasting so good. It's not that they didn't taste good before, but it's like, oh, read that again. Oh, and then we're seeing it. And what we're also seeing is all the milk. Okay. We're going to be seeing some of the meat, the dark sayings, but everything is culminating just as the Lord said it would, even though we know that, but it's also beautiful to see it. Okay. So let's hold, let me see. Ooh, that looks good. I like that one. Okay. So laugh at him. Now I want this one, but before I get there, let's get some more information. So now we know ploy is a cunning plan. Okay. So we see the plans. All right. Hey, Shalom, Yabashim Shai, Bashim Kakradash, Bakathum. Making you brothers moderators. Okay. I had to kick someone out earlier. That little demon Yarls. Okay. So got the brothers in here now. All right. So we going back now to a cunning plan. And this leads me to my next point. Not the Sun Tzu quote, but that's a good one. Okay. But I had looked up. So think about this. You got, what is it? The NFL right here. So I haven't really followed too much NFL. I used to in the world. You know, I'll keep up with it kind of just to showcase wisdom when I'm out and about. But one thing that I noticed with this that I never noticed before. Oh, did it have the date right there? Let me see. Let me go back right here. Where is it? Oops. Just give me a second. Dates January. Okay, so I do got to click this. One thing that I've seen is you got a lot of these playoffs that are happening right around the inauguration. Okay, so I said, man, that's a perfect time to have these bread and circus to keep these people spoon fed. Okay, of the booze of Babylon. That's what he's doing. He's just constantly pouring out the booze of Babylon in these people to keep them drunk. So he's got you busy, okay? Like this beginning of this music video by System of a Down, he said pretty much when you work from 9 to 5 and then from 5 to 9 you're mine. So these people know that Esau Edom's got you wrapped around their finger. The general public of Americans, Babylonians, they are truly wrapped around the rat race that he has set up. All this has been set up so that when he does his, when he does his plans or he enacts his phases, it always catches you by surprise because you're just going around drinking. You're just in a days of Noah spirit, you see? So I also found that to be interesting, that the playoffs is centered right around before the inauguration. All right. And now you got Trump getting in office, which that's a cruel Lord. Let me get that. Isaiah 19 and 4. And the Egyptians, modern day Egyptians is America, Babylon, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. So that cruel Lord is looking like who? Nero coming back in the reincarnation. Okay, so it's going to get real cruel out here, but that's a part of prophecy. That's a part of the ploys, the plans, okay, the plots. You see, it says, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. So we're really sitting back, with our hands crossed, watching everything play out. So let's see here. Let me just make sure I'm getting all my points. Okay, yep, ploy, a cunning plan, or action designed to turn a situation to one's own advantage, like the NOLA, okay? What that did was it gave Edom the advantage militarily, like the 911, all right? They got the patriotic to act. You get what I'm saying? So things that he does, the F flags, those are all a part of his ploys and plans and schemes to keep him with the ball in his hand. That's what he does. He likes to call foul so he can get the ball again, so he can score. This is all what it's about. And he uses the same playbook. Okay. So now from there, what I want to do is let's see this one. The last one is plan. Okay. So we got plot, ploy, plan. Okay. Plan, a detailed proposal for doing or achieving something. So he has a detailed, all right, agenda, phases. Like I remember, what was it? Let's see here. But pretty much, let me see here. Let's see what comes up. 7. Let's put it like this. I got a book in my camp bag, but 7 plans. 7. Let me put it like this. 7 planned wars end in Iran. Let's see what comes up. Just want to see. U.S. plans to attack 7 Muslim states. See, 2003. See? And the last one would be where? Iran, the Persians. Okay, so he has plans. All right, this is why the movies that you watched in the early 80s, 90s, 2000, you're seeing that now. Okay, and I always like to add this in. Being an older adult, okay, being an older adult, I've looked back at like 90s R&B and I seen the deception. Okay, when you look back at certain like music, movies, entertainers, you'll actually see them doing certain things that have caused the shift in the minds of people today. Okay, like how women are today is prophecy, but things of that nature, men. You'll see how he has guided the minds of the masses of people through music, which music, the root word is muse, which means to think. Okay, so everything that you've gobbled up in your Gentile lifestyle before learning the truth, really what you were eating was deception to gear your mind into a certain product. Like people call it a product of their environment. You're really a product of Edom. Okay, this guy's truly a witch, all right, a master witch at that. So I just wanted to pull this up to also show you as well, going back to plans. Okay, so now let me get a quick precept. And let's go back to Psalms 37. And for Em, it says, the wicked, who's Edom, who's in power, have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Now, this is powerful because as we are growing closer towards the end, which is really our beginning, there are other prophecies that will be fulfilled, even though he's advancing in the offensive manner. But we speak in an upright conversation. So a part of that plan of speaking uprightly is going to be what? Famine of the word, because he's going to have a detailed plan, situation or scenarios or cause and reason why we can't be on the street, why this can't be on the internet. And that day, when that day is when you're going to have to use what you've been sowing. All right. So if you've been playing, you've been bullshitting, you just been wanting to be a married brew. Okay. You just wanted to dance at the new moon. You just wanted to wear your fringes at work, have your dreads, and then precept your have an excuse for the precept of a Nazarene. All right. You're going to see that you have been playing with the wrong thing, because when this goes down, all right, you are going to be stuck with what you're stuck with. So if you've not been investing, all right, in Yahweh Shema Shai, you won't have knowledge and stability. All right. If you just been watching Edom comes up and gets cut by the word, and brother throws away the cross and leaves with fringes, you're not ready for a day not like it. The scriptures say, through much tribulation, we shall enter into the kingdom. Okay. So a lot of Israelites have been on playtime. They've been playing while Esau's plotting. They've been playing while he's been planning. All right. And you're going to see a shift. You're going to see a shift in power and authority in that day. That's why it says man will be a covert, more precious than fine gold. See? So this is all for the bettering of us. Our stock is going up, okay, as the ship is going down. Look, master plan, game plan. He's got the same playbook. He wants to do the pump fake. He's making you think he's going to run, but he's really going for the Hail Mary. But we don't realize it's Daniel 12, okay? Daniel 12, Ma'akah Allah shall stand up. Esau is not ready for the defense of the Lord, but he's going to have to deal with it, all right? He's going to have to deal with the spiritual strong safeties, you know? So let's see where we at. Let's keep going. See what else I got. It says upright conversation. So now let me get Amos. So you can see how in particular prophecy is going to play out. Because I was, like, man, how is that famine going to hit? And I speak as a man, but it seems like the famine of the word is going to come through force. Okay, it seems like the famine of the word. It's gonna excuse me. Let me go to what is that? 8 and 11. Excuse me. The famine of words going to come through threats. It's going to come through being illegal. Okay, it's not going to be just no Wi-Fi. I don't got Wi-Fi. And I'm just calling brothers. No, it's going to come through draconian measures, a cruel Lord. See, and what that's going to do with the famine of word, that's also going to cause the public's going to have to acknowledge that their constitutional rights have been suspended, because you're supposed to have the freedom of speech, right of assembly, and freedom of religion, okay, as well as to be able to record, all right, in a public setting. So when that famine comes, it's not only going to affect us, it's going to affect the people around us and the average Babylonian too. The so-called truthers, all right. Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord that ultimately this is all the Lord. But Esau's that sword. It reminds me of that the Forrest Gump scene when he was speaking down in DC, and then that general started pulling all the plugs while he was speaking on the mic. Y'all remember that? Let me get this off too. Let me get this little bread and circus off. Let's put Forrest Gump speech. Yeah, let's see. Put this in speech. Cut short. Would I put that? Would I say that? Let me see. Help me out, AI. Come on, I didn't want that. Let me see. Yep, there it is. See? So he's gonna cut. He's gonna cut the mic. Like they say, drop the mic. That's what he's gonna do. But the Lord's gonna have him do that because he's the sword. So he's gonna cut off. All right, that lifeline. But this is why you got to get it while it's hot. Get it now. Seek the Lord while he may be found. There's evil plots, ploys, and plans that he's getting ready. All right. He's limbering up right now. You know, before you play in a game, you got to stretch. You got to get your knees warm, you know, jog a little bit. Well, that's what he's doing. All right. He keeps sprinkling little events and certain things to keep people on the edge of their seat. So it keeps them guessing. Okay. And then with the famine of the word, that's also going to lead to people not being able to be warned or who to trust. All right. So this is serious. That's why a man's going to be more precious than fine gold. Help me, please. Help me, please. That's what they're going to be saying. And then that's going to lead to Isaiah 4:1. So you could just see everything, how it's just going to go, doop, 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 you know. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing. See, those that be of upright conversation. Okay. But of hearing the word of the Lord. And you got Gates of Hell speaking about he's going to have AI cross dribble through all the internet and sweep all information that's not conducive to their plot, ploy, or plan. See, so you're getting ready for information blackout. All right. Then what? When they look out the windows and it be darkened, I don't know who it is. And then in the movie, Leave the World Behind, you know, they were confused. It was either Ishmael, was it Moab? You see? And with all lines of communication cut, you really only know what's going on in the general vicinity of you. And that's about what, 20, 30 yards? So you won't even know what's going on in the next block, the next house over. And that's what's going to crush the minds of people. It's the not knowing. Going back, I believe this is the thrice time I've mentioned this precept. Wisdom and knowledge will be our stability. Okay? It says, but of hearing the word of the Lord, look, and they, who's they? And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. Then it also made me think about how there's a crying for wine in the street. What do we do? What's going on? Who do I trust? You know, and then in the times of war, let me also add this thought in too. In the times of war, let's show you this real quick. We got that. Maybe we'll keep that up. We'll drop this one. Remember this during World War II camps. Let's put it there. It is. Boom. Okay. So now you got to think about this. So in a situation of a threat, and Babylon has to preserve itself. Okay, because Esau, he's got that patriotic spirit on him. No, whoever Esau decides to point the finger at, well, those people that come from who he pointed the finger at, now they're going to get outed. So just like 911, everyone looked at every single Ishmaelite like they were a problem. Oh, and during 911, what happened? Esau came down on our elders and apostles, which proves they're watching, they're knowing. Okay, so they're gonna merge it all in. All right, they're gonna bridge this gap, which the gap is because we are Israelites and they're Ishmaelites. Okay, but he's gonna bridge it to make us seem one and the same. And just like the camps, you're gonna be painted with a broad brush. All right, they're gonna say you were with Naquam for 8 hours in front of DC. During the second woe, Ammonite Babylonians were held in camps called relocation centers. See, like my man George Carlin said, you know, like they change words around to make it seem less threatening or less of a problem. You know, no, he didn't die. He was eliminated. These camps were located in remote areas of Arizona. That's right where the border is. California, Colorado, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. So you can see how Esau's operated in the past. But now how much more prophetically, because remember in Ezekiel says the slayer, okay, the slayer. See, so what happened at Pearl Harbor, now any individual in Babylon that came from who attacked at Pearl Harbor, now they got to hem them up like the movie The Siege. Okay, so a lot of information, a lot to think about, a lot of scenarios, you know. A lot of plots, a lot of ploys, a lot of plans, but at the end of the day, the Lord will look down and laugh. You know, so we don't got to fret. We don't got to be worried, man. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Let's see, Psalms 37:15. Their sword shall enter into their own heart. Reminds me of Job 20. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and their bows shall be broken. Beautiful. A little that a righteous man has is better than the riches of many wicked. See, and what's our little that we have as righteous? Just being of the hopeful elect, having that faith as a grain of a mustard seed, hoping in the Lord, having faith that will be protected. So there's a lot that's on our side. Okay, we're winning. All right, we're winning. All right. Let's just make that quick point. Psalms 83:3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And so he's ultimately trying to fulfill this counsel of craftiness that he has had for ages. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Going back, Hosea 1:10, in the place where it was said you weren't the people, according to prophecy, there it be said you are the people, according to prophecy. So the next phase is going to be what? The next plan, the next ploy is going to be what? Prophetically, Jacob's trouble. Okay? And we got that, how he's going to rebuild. So we got the cruel Lord. Let me see. Did I get everything? Okay. So yeah, I got all my points. I just wanted to touch on this quick topic. Okay, so there are evil plots, ploys, and plans at play, but we are aware of them. All right, so this is a very beautiful time. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So you having this knowledge, this truth, access to this truth, access to the name, having faith in the name of Yahweh Shema Shai already, puts you in a level far further towards the Lord than just an average law-abiding Israelite. But at the end of the day, it is about predestination. So if you are of the elect, all right, then you have been predestinated to be of the elect. And why do I say that? Because you have potential elect Israelites that are still amongst these other camps, and the Lord will call them out, okay, because the sheep know his voice. So we're living in very beautiful times. Do not allow, Babylon's BS, mortal, crap, all right, to distract you. Just keep fixating and focusing on Yahweh Shema Shai, and that's it. Keep waiting as we are waiting as well. So I pray that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, comforting. And I would just like to say, call Halah, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.